Yo, what's going on? Welcome to Phuket Walk. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, folks. Okay, I think the audio is working, as you guys can hear as well. Just one moment and we'll get this journey started. Sawadee Yo, what's going on? Welcome to Phuket Walk, and this is Phuket Alex. We're here at a early start for myself anyways on a Wednesday hump day. So hello everybody. I think Hajjot's the first one in. Welcome. Also Madano, Vivian Johnson, and Rome with sign. Hello Rome, or if not, sign. And let's see if I missed anybody. But it's a beautiful morning. Well, we had a little bit of rain on the ride in. But that's quite all right, because now that we're here, the rain has stopped, so let's get the journey started. And I hope everybody is having a good one. Like I mentioned, it's a super early start. It's currently 7 minutes before 9 a.m. on a hump day Wednesday. So thank you everybody for being here and getting me over my hump day. So let's get the journey going. And today is actually quite a nice day. It's forecasted at 28 degrees, and I think there's a high of perhaps 30 or 31. But light rain today, no storm until tomorrow. So I'm gonna trust the weather report and hope that's true, because I had a little bit of drizzle, which is the light rain, and plenty of restaurants open for the early morning vibes. Phuket Old Breakfast Cafe. Oh, caught my attention. It looks like they're ready for action as well. You're not going to find food there, but plenty of beautiful flowers. Beautiful Old Town vibes. It's a bit cloudy right now, which is fantastic for this early morning walk. I mean, I want some sun, but maybe a little bit later. Let me double check to see all is in order first. And while I'm doing that, we can take a look at the mural. And thank you for asking the question, Vivian, because I should put my Buy Me a Coffee banner on as well. The app I'm using has turned itself into a premium paid app. So a lot of features that was available I have to tweak a little bit, or it's not available to me anymore, but overall it's quite good. Prism. But yeah, I apologize as well for yesterday. Me and Sign did plan a stream, but there was something that came up and we kind of had to attend to it, and once we kind of got it sorted out, we were exhausted, so we just opt to have a relaxing day instead. So a belated happy Mother's Day to Thailand, and also a belated happy birthday to the King's mom. I'm glad I'm able to come out early morning today, and we can have a nice walk now at Phuket Old Town. It's feeling like, as forecasted, around 28 degrees, and I guess the humidity is there due to the rain just now. And also I apologize to some of my supporters that use the Buy Me a Coffee option. And the banner is just a banner, it's not an active link, so you do have to go to the description or follow the website that's on the banner on the bottom left hand corner. But once again, I apologize that I probably didn't have it up for a few episodes or sometimes miss the alerts, and that's due to the fact, like I said, the app I'm using is doing some upgrades, so I'm just getting used to it, but I'll be paying more attention. And cheers to all of you that has bought me a cup of coffee, including Billy Carter and as well as Mike Owen. And here's Rama the 9th. And plenty of enthusiasts taking picture and visiting. Not just us. And why not one more glimpse at this beautiful mural in tribute to Rama the 9th. And thank you, new subscriber, Carl Roth. And it's great that this is a better time for you, Vivian. I think the last stream I started quite late, and I think unfortunately you might have went to sleep already on that one, but hey, welcome to this one around. And this one, as you know, it's for you especially, and also Peter Bradfield, who enjoys these earlier walks that I do. But as promised, I'll be mixing it up, and today is one of those mix-ups in terms of coming here nice and early. It's a beautiful morning for me anyways, because, you know, not too much sun in terms of burning hot behind my back. And no rain at all during the rainy season, so no complaints, especially for a nice walk. And we're currently on the DJI Mic 2 and also the iPhone 16 Pro, the usual setup. I haven't turned the fan on yet. It's still doing all right. And having said that, you might see my big head as I attempt to turn that fan on. It's not too hot, but just in case. And that would explain my setup. I sometimes need the cold plate fan to be on the phone to keep it nice and cool. The humidity and the heat, despite not having the sun, still has an effect on the performance. So the mic 2 will prevent some of that wind noise. From the fan on the phone. Hey, Canadian Vasily, just in time to check out his Starbucks. And no worries, we just got the walk started. I guess I do need a cup of coffee at some point along the walk, but welcome, Canadian Vasily. We're just taking a glimpse. No worries about the drinks for now, because like I said, I just got started, so give me a chance to build up a thirst first. But all in all, welcome, Canadian Vasily. And here is Canadian Vasily's Starbucks. He also has a yacht on the island, so for those of you who don't know. And last time, thanks to Canadian Vasily's generous support, I was able to grab myself some refreshments and visit the upstairs of this area. So let's continue the journey, and maybe we can make our way back here, yeah? It's a good way to welcome Canadian Vasily to Phuket Old Town. And not to mention, I'm sure he'll do a coverage on CNE opening day. I think it's coming up on Friday. And that's the Canadian National Exhibition in Toronto. And I know someone else that's also going to have some coverage there alongside good friends. And I don't think who's there was mentioned, but I'm sure there will be plenty of good people there. So check out Henry's channel at Toronto Tech and Transit, as he'll be also covering CNE coming up Friday. So go over to the channel and check it out. Of course, stay tuned for the upcoming opening of CNE. And if all's in order, there's Henry's channel. And go over to subscribe, of course, so you'll be notified, and stay tuned for the CNE coverage. And we're just kind of making our way to the more heart of town, or heart of Old Town. A lot of cafes available. I think Limelight might be still closed till 10 a.m. The Pan Sutra is here if you want some refreshments. Vivian says, yeah, I think everyone will be there. Yeah, that's why I said a lot of friends. Because if I were to go down that list, we might spend the next 10 minutes just stating channels and names. But plenty of good people. Will be covering the Canadian National Exhibition opening on Friday. And that's Friday Toronto time. But it'll be probably Friday or Saturday morning here for those of you who's already gone to the channel to check it out, whether at Canadian facility, Toronto Tech and Transit, and that's Canadian facility at Destination Travels, and Henry at Toronto Tech and Transit. We're reaching our first place where we can make a nice prayer and good blessings for our journey. To the elephant god, Palpikanet or Ganesh. And wishing for the same thing, and to those who need it. Hey Peter, just in time for some good prayers. Some good health to Peter Bradfield, and as well as Marge. And like I mentioned, everyone here. And also some happiness and peace for this journey. And to that, and yeah, let's head this way. One more glimpse at the elephant god. Very peaceful corner here. Has a nice smell of incense as well, alongside some chanting in the background. You know what, I like to cross here and maybe loop around before diving into town. Give the town a little bit of time to wake up, and we might get to see a few more shops. And hey, let me catch up with the chat. Sorry for missing some of you. And Peter says, hi Alex, busy and early day, so I'm not sure how much I'll be watching. But yes, thank you for the early stream. I did think of another song for you. Too Hot by Kool and the Gang. Alright, let me screen capture that. I guess this isn't the best view for everybody, so let me get going first. There's a lot more interesting things to see at Phuket Hotel, including Burger Records, who isn't open yet. I did say I should pay them a visit and give them a chance one day, but perhaps today, not the day. And hello Yoshi as well, welcome to the live stream. Thank you for the song, Peter. I'll be sure to check it out tonight. And be sure to get some of that blessing I was sending your way as well. And good health to you. And hello Yoshi, the GTA Explorer. And he says, just a few more hours and I'm there for 3K watch hours. Go reach. Yeah. Please everybody do give Yoshi a helping hand and join his channel's growth, as you guys can now be some of the founding subscribers and foundation, I call it, of Yoshi's channel. So please do go over, subscribe, as his link was just pulled when he came into the chat, and check out some of that good content there. Remember to watch it, it's good, enjoy it, and of course he'll be able to get those watch hours and get himself to the next level. Definitely excited for you, Yoshi, and early congratulations. I'm sure perhaps even after today you'll reach those hours. And a sawadee cup to you as well. Thank you for the Thai hello from Yoshi, the GTA Explorer. So my fans locally and as well, of course, internationally, all over the world, please do go over and check out some of that good content there and push Yoshi and help him out over the hump. And like I mentioned, it'll be more fun and exciting in his chats, as when I first got to, like I mentioned, the first level, the next level, I was overwhelmed with joy. Seriously, it was good times. I was very excited for it, as you guys can imagine. We'll take a glimpse of Limelight here before I cross the street and do a small loop, as I don't think they're open yet, but we'll be able to make a trip later on if I trek long enough. So we'll be passing by the Clearwater River. Yeah, cheers Yoshi. And I hope maybe Sign can continue to teach you and everybody more Thai on her streams. She just did a nice walk around Princess Songkla University the other night. So feel free to check out Sign's channel. She was just with us earlier, but probably very busy, so was just able to say a hello. But do go over to Roam with Sign and check out her good content there, her live streams, and as well as 4K videos. Oh, I saw these flowers here. And since it's an earlier start, just saying hello to my few of my viewers in South Africa. It might be a bit too early for them. So hello Vernon, thank you so much once again for, of course, upgrading to Superstar, and as well as Aubrey. It's always great to have you join us on our journeys. Hope you're getting some rest, as sometimes I know you do join us during the early AMs. And of course, hello Lee. Perhaps Lee might be able to make it. You never know with Lee. That man is full of surprises. But great viewer of mine, so hello to all of you, and as well as Cape Town. Not to mention, me and Lee always have great hammer time. I didn't have my cup yet, so let's see where the journey takes us. That first cup might be very good. Yeah, and also, like Vivian said, and Vivian saying, if Sign is here, I did watch the trip to the grocery store at breakfast time today, and that was to Lotus's in the Katu area. It's a nice spot to pick up some groceries, run some errands, and of course a nice place to have a relaxing video with Rome with Sign. And I think that was a very enjoyable video. I loved it. Had a good time watching it. And Vivian mentions it's kind of like Walmart in where she is. A little bit, yeah, isn't it? And the outside area, actually, maybe signs didn't cover it. It was still there's still a mall section, so plenty to see there. Got lotuses, katu. And we'll just walk by the dragon and then take a loop, and we'll dive right into Phuket Old Town. And we can make another wish of good health for everybody. And hello, welcome baby love, welcome to Phuket Old Town. You're just in time. Hope you're having a good one. We're gonna dive right into Old Town right ahead of us and directly into Talang Street. That's if I don't get too tempted by on the Cup House and grab a cup of coffee, but if I do, welcome Pine Sol. I know you're always in it for a good Thai milk tea. Perhaps we can grab a cup of coffee together. But let's see if that happens. But all in all, welcome to Baby Love and Pine Sol, to the older part of town, known as Phuket Old Town. I think the last time we were here was maybe 5 days ago, almost a week. And I did kind of miss it in terms of, I kind of want to chill at Cup House again. I do miss the coffee there. It's a wonderful cup. And I didn't have one yesterday, so didn't have one today. So no matter what I drink might be quite good. But since it's such a precious one, after going cold turkey a little bit, need some guarantees in terms of quality, and this is where you'll find it. A nice cup of coffee, some beautiful bikes on the Cup House. But let's see, right? We still have other options. The day is early. And Pine Sol says, hope you're well rested. Thank you, Pine Sol. Got a lot more rest since yesterday. We did have a busy day, but eventually it took a lot of time to sort out what we had to do. So me and Sign opt to take a day off from streaming instead. And yeah, had a great Mother's Day, and that's Mother's Day in Thailand. So once again, happy Mother's Day to Thailand. And it is forecasted to have some light rain today before the supposedly thunderstorm hits tomorrow. So that would explain the cloudy day and quite a comfortable walk so far. It's currently 9:17 a.m. on a Wednesday. But I guess due to an increase of tourists during the low season, there's a lot of shops open. And thank you, baby love. Yeah, as she says, yes, happy Mother's Day to Thailand. And also a belated happy birthday to the mom of the king as well, as it's celebrated on the same day. And good to see you, Derek. Definitely good morning, and a hump day morning indeed in Phuket Old Town. Just 18 minutes past 9 a.m. here, and we have an early start in terms of the channel time and the island overall. It's quite lively here, plenty of vehicles and bikes and people ready to greet the day. And we did not have a bike ride in today. I'm still getting things sorted out in terms of getting another type of mount. That chest mount is just not very good for me, and I don't want to play with it again. Caused quite a bit of issues. But I will be probably making a video of the bike ride. I have a mount for my action camera. Just don't have a mount for the phone. And Pine Saw says, how's the public transportation in Phuket? Is it good? It's recently improved and gotten better. Especially they added the smart bus line, which takes you all over the island, including Patong, but you gotta make sure the hours matches your time of travel. As I know they do close for the evening times, and I'm not sure what time, but if you're ready to party, especially in Patong area, that bus might not be available, and you might have to resort to the local taxis and as well tuk-tuk. So that's generally the public transportation in Phuket, and like I mentioned, it has improved. When I was here 11 years ago, there were just some wooden buses and I guess motorbike taxis. As inner part of town like Phuket Old Town, you sometimes even seldomly find tuk-tuks here. There are those who come here, including tuk-tuks and taxis, of course. And nowadays there's a lot more selections, including the smart bus, like I mentioned. And also I think it's called a smart bus because it's all electric. We can take a detour here. This is usually the street and the spot where it's mighty crowded and you can't get a clear shot like this. Well, unless you're early birds like us. And Pinesel says, yeah, the last bowler bus always ends quite early. Yeah, that's kind of the case. So once you pass a certain hour, you still have to probably rely on the local taxis more so than the buses. Yeah, especially for those night owls. When you need it most, the buses seems to be not there for you. But it's quite good. It's convenient and it does cover good parts of the island in terms of location. So definitely a welcome improvement. And hello everyone. Your good old Phuket walker, Alex. And you guys might have seen Phuket Old Town before, and usually it's a lot more crowded. And today we have a lot of peaceful vibes. And this is the famous Thai milk tea. And this is the tea they use, of course. Pine Sol might know. As Pine Sol has a love and taste for good old Thai milk tea, traditional Thai milk tea, made with condensed milk. Very sweet, I tell ya. But of course, if you love sweets, then it's perfect. Yeah, Faisal said, you know it'll be an expensive night when you miss the train. Well, sometimes better to pay a little bit than to be sorry and operate a vehicle. So better to take public transportation and or taxis if you're having a longer night out. Sometimes it's not just having a few drinks, it could be just you're exhausted and tired. Sawadee. Hey, that's a nice hello. And let's check it out. Tons of fragrance and herbal here. And that's A&A, always and always. Thai spices and everything nice. So I wasn't wrong about the initial guess of what it had. But I promise it's nice. Pine Sol confirmed. Yeah, I have one of those red and white ones. Red and white tins cans of tea in my pantry. It's part of the collection. And there's a tuk-tuk now, so there are tuk-tuks available here. Just not as abundant as Patong. Oh, and also a hello to Manimal, Martian Mandingo, and as well to Liam and Milky, as well to his family. He's settled down quite nicely on the island. That's the update I got anyways. I just saw the message this morning and I will give you a nice reply. I guess we're not really Instagram users. But it's a good way to communicate, and I'll be sure to check it out more often. But yeah, thank you for the message, and I'll be sure to give you a reply. And I'm very happy and glad that the island is treating you well, and I know how hard it is to settle down at first, and it's great to hear that everything is sorted out. And also a very happy and of course best wishes to Liam on the start of school here. It might be a bit different, there might be some cultural shocks, but I'm sure you'll adapt and have a good time, as I know that schools here are pretty good in terms of public and private school. Of course, you have to pick your locations like anywhere else in the world, and I assure you there are some pretty good ones here on Phuket Island in terms of children's education. But all in all, good to hear that the whole family is having a good time on the island and enjoying some of the vibes that we're enjoying now. Yeah, and Canadians giving some numbers. Minimum 50 approximately for Uber, and also maybe about like $400 for a hotel. Yeah, that's quite some cash. It'll be much cheaper here on Phuket Island, as you guys can imagine. And probably that amount you stated for one night might get you a stay here for a whole week, depending on where in the season. And we're checking out some nice murals, so hello to Juanita and Jazz, and also Megan on the replay. And we'll take a small detour here down this way. Thank you, Modano. As Modano tells me and lets me know, Vivian brought you a coffee just now, but the notification didn't come up. That is not good. I tested it and it should be working as well. Hello. And cheers, Vivian. Hey, despite the notification working or not, thank you to all my wonderful mods, including, of course, Modano and yourself, Vivian. Let me find myself a nice place and a nice backdrop, and I'll give you a much needed appreciation and thank you. And we'll get those banner celebrations going as well. Just give me a moment. I think this is a nice spot. Thank you, Vivian Johnson. And I didn't get a notification in terms of email pop-up as well. So you're okay, no audio. Just let me see which part. Okay, the audio is back now. Thank you, baby love, for the heads up. And also, a big cheers to my wonderful viewers for letting me know. I'm not sure when the audio cut off, but once again, Kakumang Nakab, Vivian Johnson, and I'll be sure to check out what's going on to the Buy Me a Coffee, but that banner is not an active link, so actually you do have to go to the page to make a donation, usually anyways, but I'll be sure to check it out because I was supposed to get an email notification and as well as a pop-up on screen, but all in all, never mind that. Thank you so much, and we'll get the banner celebration started as well. Kakumang Nakab, Vivian Johnson. Cheers. And Canadian Facility said, yeah, the entire thanks was muted. Strange timing, isn't it? Lucky we're able to do another one. And good to have you here, Dirtweed, to join in on the celebrations. We'll be holding some banners soon. And hopefully the audio doesn't play any more tricks on me. And I'll make a loop around over here at the Taihua Museum. And welcome to Phuket Old Town, everybody, including Dirtweed that just joined us. We'll be walking around town still, some more. I'll probably be making a trip down Panga Street. If you want to visit the museum, it's open nice and early, 9:30 a.m. on Phuket Island right now. And we're going to make a return loop on this detour and then make our way down Panga Street. And perhaps as I start to bite on my tongue a little bit, I might need some refreshments. So cheers once again to Vivian, and let me find us a nice spot to pull that banner up. Vivian says, that's okay, I can sort of lip read. Well, if you want the muted version, there's one there, and also if you want the version with, thank you. So kind of those people. First time around, the dog was kind of barking at me, and this time the kind couple made an effort to, hey, not this time. We got some nice peaceful walk by now, this time around. Anyways, yeah, let me cross the street. We'll take us to Panga. But whether you want the muted version or the version with me speaking, two of them is available now. That is a useful skill. If everybody had that skill, then I guess audio issues isn't an issue anymore, eh? It's like, come on, you guys could just lip read that, right? Yeah, what a place to. Well, maybe because maybe another reason is perhaps that coffee house have really strong Wi-Fi. Sometimes it can, or other signals, it can knock the Bluetooth off. And my apologies, in some episodes when I talk about tech, I often say Wi-Fi instead of Bluetooth. It's all the same tech to me, although very different, but you know what I mean. It's to connect things. But yeah, so sometimes I kind of call Bluetooth Wi-Fi, then vice versa. But all sorts of fun, part of the authentic action on a live stream. And that one, maybe the cafe or fate wanna play a little trick on me and give a double thank you. It's a really nice day in terms of walking, as long as the rain doesn't start to pour down on us. It's getting a bit windy, so that might be an indication that a storm or some rain might be near, but not always. So let's see how it goes. This is the weather of the islands, and it could be a little bit unpredictable. But this year, honestly, has been ever so kind to us. As the rainy season is well on its way in terms of usual arrival, we're into August, so we still have plenty of sunshine and honestly not much rain received in terms of Phuket Island per usual. So it's a blessing, a wonderful year to visit into the later months. And you can see today's weather. Great day for a walk. And Baby Love says, I hope it doesn't hail there. It hailed in the Philippines. Oh no. I never knew it hails there, but I don't know much about other places in terms of weather. I don't think there'll be any of that in Phuket. Here's the giant lobster that we do have. And this is a closer look. In any case, I hope it doesn't hail here either. Usually it's just a lot of rain and gets pretty wet. But this is great for tourism locally. The warmer weather is extending, and drier weather as well, extending into the rainy seasons. I always like to look at this mailbox or letterbox here. Being a former letter carrier, that looks very cool to me. Baby Love says, oh wow, that's a big lobster. Oh yeah. I could bet that's the biggest in town. Last time when we pulled the banner, it was at the Muay Thai Bear, actually. So let me cross the road and mix it up a bit for Vivian. And we'll pull a banner at the historic bank here. If that's the size of the lobster there, I will not go in the water, Vivian says. I don't think the lobsters is what you have to worry about. More so the waves and current here, especially during these months, are very strong. And for those of you who's not aware, it does pull you from down under the current, especially as you go further into the water. But usually no lobster attacks. And yeah, I love the architect here as well, especially this older bank. So one moment as I get this set up. And sorry for the non-pop-up notification, Vivian. But thank you so much for buying me a cup of coffee. Kakumana cup. And cheers to you. And this banner is, of course, in celebration, so give me a moment to post some stuff needed for celebrations. And here it is. And thank you once again, Vivian Johnson, for the Buy Me a Coffee support. And hopefully I'll get that banner sorted out and making sure it works. But cheers to you. As you can probably sense, Alex, get that cup of coffee. You need a drink. And glad you and Peter appreciate these earlier starts. So much love. And once again, thank you, Vivian Johnson. And Vivian says, reminds me of a movie stationed in the 1920s. Oh yeah, there's a lot of, as the name suggests, old town vibes here. Okay, let's continue and get going. Thank you once again, Vivian Johnson, for the Buy Me a Coffee support. And do look out for the thumbnail shout out as well when I redesign the thumbnail. And I will post that up on the community post also, for those of you interested. Once again, thank you, Vivian. Kakuma nakap. And Vivian says, Yindi ka, Alex. Which means you're welcome. And we passed by an art gallery here. There was a lot more action when we were at Talang Street. It's a bit more quiet here on Panga if you want to change the vibes. Let's checking out this giant chicken that's being led by a turtle. And we're gonna check out the clock tower with the bear this time, decorated in traditional Muay Thai attire. So we can take a glimpse at that in celebration of Muay Thai, Thailand's national martial arts. And many people come to Phuket and as well Thailand overall to train Muay Thai. And a big part of tourism as well. Hello, John. Welcome to Phuket Old Town. Good to have you here. Hope you're having a good night on the other side of the world. We're enjoying some morning vibes here as it's near 2 minutes to 9:45. So, hey, early morning start here for the channel and the island. So good morning to those of you locally who's probably just waking up or have woken for a little bit, getting ready for your day. Hope you're enjoying the live stream and the walk. And of course, for those of you overseas, thanks for joining us this evening. Hope you're having a great night, and I can provide you some peace and positiveness to all of your days. Phuket Old Town does provide plenty of beautiful sights, architecture, and island vibes to enjoy, and we're going to check out this design here. And check out the bear. And hey, it's Lake Hunter, good to see ya. We're checking out the Muay Thai bear by Phuket Old Town Clock Tower. So you're just in time, and probably one of the main attractions of today. Hope you're having a good one. And also hope you can enjoy the walk, as we're gonna probably make our way over there in this direction and grab a cup of coffee. So hope everyone, including Flick, is in the mood to grab a drink with us. I'll probably be getting an Americano at good old Cup House. Checking out some motorbikes, as I didn't get to do a bike ride in. I still need a new mount before I do those live stream rides. But in the time being, I'll try to get a riding video up for those of you who enjoy the motorbike and an authentic ride experience on Phuket Island. Many locals are just having their breakfast. And we'll be getting our breakfast coffee, I guess. I'm not a big breakfast person, so usually it's just a small bite like a biscuit. And then I'll get that cup of coffee. And it says, is there any rules and regulations for the stores and restaurants like here, where there are so many, it is even hard to open anything, I think. There are some regulations in terms of operation hours, but generally those are just for pubs. So a lot of shops here just operate on local culture in terms of, well, and also what area you're in. You can see Phuket Old Town is open quite early, due to just catering to some of the early traffic and tourism here. And I'm glad they do, because some years, when, especially obviously when tourism wasn't doing great, a lot of shops would remain closed until the later hours, around 10:30. Oh. Okay, thank you, Vivian. I guess Vivian can sense I need a cup of coffee, and Juanita is just in time for coffee time, so good to have you join us. And let's get on in here first and then get my cup of coffee. I think I need a cup. วัสดีครับอเมริกาโน่ครับ The usual Americano, and then we'll check out the cafe. ขอบคุณครับ And good to see you, Billy Carter. Just in time for Honda Cup House. We're roaming around Cup House in Phuket Old Town, and then I'm gonna probably take a seat, find us a nice spot, and maybe this time around I'll sit by the window since it's not too bright outside. Sorry, Kap. A lovely hello from Cup House. And the lady also said welcome as well. So let's take a seat first and then we can walk around some more once I have some coffee and refreshments. But there's still some bikes on the other side there, but we'll make the trip over in a bit. And Vivian says, I want a dragon. Maybe those dragons are not for sale, but we'll check out some other ones in other stores for you. And I think we have some time to walk around still, so let's check out some of the other dragon here that's available, like this one here. I think my drink has arrived. Let me get my drink first. ขอบคุณมากนะครับ ขอบคุณครับ Oh, nice and big cup of ice Americano. Thank you so much, Vivian Johnson. And of course, everyone for joining the journey. Hope you're ready to grab a cup of drink yourself, whatever refreshment you're into, or even some food. Yeah, we're going to chill here for a little bit. Enjoy the vibes as I enjoy my first cup of coffee of the day. And I think some of you know that I really like this place. There are other cafes I might jump into, but like I said, this one is extremely streamer friendly, as you can see. And I get to check out some bikes while enjoying a cup of coffee, so that's a treat in itself. But enough of me, let's check out the coffee first. And I think this is always satisfying to do on an ice cold coffee. Getting that straw in. And sign says to poke the ice down a little bit to make sure it's all cold. Vivian says, I want a dragon sneak in your backpack. They might see me. As I'm already making a lot of noise. But here, let me get us settled down. 1 second. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. Peter says, I feel like a dragon occasionally. And I'm glad everybody's having a good time, and I'm going to enjoy this cup of coffee now, and then catch up on the chats, of course. But cheers to all of you, but especially Vivian Johnson for spotting me a cup of coffee. I'd buy me a coffee, so cheers to you, Vivian. And I'll try not to lose my cup of coffee anymore. And let's get this tasting going. Oh yeah. just like a first cup should. Oh wow, everything brightened up. I think that might be me and not just the sunshine here, but hey, nice cup of coffee. That might be more the coffee of anything, but cheers to everyone. Thank you for joining me. And I'm just gonna keep drinking this and let my mind wake up slowly. And perhaps I'll make more sense. Oh yeah, Billy, you gotta check out the bikes here at Honda Cup House. It's right next to Honda as well, so you get to check out some motorbikes, some of the big bikes over there, and then some specialized bikes over here over a cup of coffee. So, and very comfortable seats, of course. We can check that out some more, as you were mentioning. And if you want to sit right by the bar, they actually have the Honda Monkey seats available, and let me tell you, I ride it every day. The Honda Monkey seat is one of the most comfortable out of all the seats I've ever been on, so I'm never changing that. And actually, some people do. They swap the monkey seat for a kind of a cafe racer style. For whatever you're into, right? Hey, welcome Cynthia Sunflower. It's good to have you. Join us in Honda Cup House. Billy was just saying this is a worthy place to visit, especially if you're into some good coffee, amazing atmosphere, and beautiful motorbikes. And also you get to check out the motorbike that takes us around the island on our journeys, the Honda Monkey. We'll be going over to check out that bike in a little bit. I just need to get caught up on my coffee first. It's always a good time here at Honda Cup House. Well, we always have a good time here. And I'll let you do the judging when you visit yourself. And we'll get a better angle here. Sorry, I'll get it right. Here we are. That's better, I think. Okay, let me catch up on the chat. As Vivian says, I'm pretty sure that is how my iced coffee is made, as the coffee is much stronger than just a coffee. Yeah, it's nice. I guess they might have put a little more due to the extra ice as well. I'm not sure, but over at Honda Cup House, it's always good quality, assured. And I'm feeling great right now. Baby Love says, love the design and color scheme. Yeah, it's really cool vibes here. You'll definitely don't know that it's also a dealership, but it's also a dealership. You can get influenced to buy a motorbike on coffee. Well, that's what happened to me and Sign. We're drinking a cup of coffee here and said, we're gonna buy a motorbike as well. And thank you, Cynthia, for joining us on a sleepy night. Perhaps this cup of coffee might wake you up a little bit, but if not, do fall asleep to the natural ambience, or my annoying voice. It tends to do that. If anything, you're welcome to lurk and, of course, chat away, whatever you're into, but I do wish you have a good night. And you're enjoying the stream so far. Oh yeah, espresso coffee is much stronger than the regular ones. I think the iced coffee here is kicking my butt already. I'm getting a lot of alertness in a good way. Everything looks brighter. I think that's what I'm looking for, yeah. Despite some cloudy skies, the coffee is doing an amazing job at brightening my day, and hopefully is doing some of that for you as well. And like Billy said, do feel free to visit Phuket and make a trip here yourself. A worthy spot to visit, and definitely a lovely cup of coffee. I'm usually chugging this, but maybe because I had a day off, it's quite strong, and it's nicely roasted. I can definitely taste the aroma, and it goes down easy, like an Americano should, yeah? So cheers again to everybody. Hope you're having a great day or a great night. Whether you're falling asleep to my cup of coffee or opting to grab one yourself, feel free to join us on this journey. We'll be doing a little bit more walking around the area of Phuket Old Town. Check it out a little bit more after this cup of coffee. But in the time being, enjoy some of the vibes here, as I'm doing so myself. And cheers to Cynthia as well. Glad you're enjoying the stream, and hope I can continue that positive vibe for your evening. As I assure you, it's a lovely morning here. Just a little bit of rain, not on the walk anyways, just a ride in for myself. So plenty of good weather to enjoy. Not a lot of sun, and I guess that's good news in terms of not getting a sunburn. And it's 10 a.m. on the island, still quite early, as usually I say. The island generally wakes up at 10:30, but if you're early bird, I guess there's plenty of flea markets and also dim sum available, and that's around 7 a.m. And I hope you're getting everything done, Flick, as well. Getting all those great films sorted out for September. And of course, hope you're enjoying some of those firsthand, as I know you might be quite busy. All that good work you do for the festival. And thank you, Paul Blunt, for great morning vibes. Bye. And a traditional Thai style, Sawadee Cup to you, Paul, and also good to see you. Bye. Always good to have you join us, and glad you're enjoying some of the morning vibes here, and thank you for providing me some positiveness. As cheers to your 279 super chat, and good to have you here. And we're gonna continue drinking some of the coffee here, but not until I show you around, Paul, so stay tuned, and we're gonna walk around the cup house. And cheers to you, Paul, once again. So not to disturb anybody, I'm gonna make a trip around the lovely cafe here. And then, as promised, we'll get to see some Honda Monkey. And can you guys tell the coffee is good? Because I'm up and walking. And right there, as I mentioned, that's Honda. And it's always a good vibe here, like I said. Streamer friendly, so feel free to come in, take some pictures. Enjoy whatever you like to drink here. They have a lot of selections, not just Americano. That's what I like. But I assure you, they have a good cup of coffee. Last time I had a great cup of matcha as well. So amazing bunch of barista. Friendly service. And I think I said it 1,000 times. Streamer friendly, so come on in. Do some great content for this place. I'm not sponsored by here, but I definitely love it. So it's all positive vibes for me in terms of recommending it to everybody. And that's the Honda Monkey in different designs. And this one is going for all red. Very sporty. And I guess the cushion chair is blue on that one, but I enjoy the red more so myself. But how about some, for lack of a better word, badass looking bikes? All black. And also, Paul, hope you're enjoying some of the motorbikes here. Whether you're just into the cafe itself, or maybe perhaps when you visit next time on Phuket Island, we'll come by here and grab a cup of coffee together. But once again, thank you, Paul, for the wonderful support. And you know what? We have plenty of time, as I got some coffee left, so we'll pull a nice banner for you also, Paul. And a nice banner from yours truly, your Caper Bro. As me and Paul have some East Coast connection. I attended university at Cape Breton University down by Sydney, Nova Scotia. And I often say down by the East Coast, a lovely bunch of people that I met. And also some international students from all over the world. But overall, it's a great part of the environment and culture there. That brings the vibe, and like I mentioned, good people. A slower type of town, and you can imagine a little bit of slower part of town, but beautiful ocean vibes by Sydney, as you can enjoy some beautiful yachts and boats there as well. And not to mention, they have muck lobster at McDonald's. Not many places have muck lobster, despite me complaining the muck lobster was a bit small. See, I'm getting a little bit rowdy about it already. Here, let me get my big head back on the screen then. Get back into the chat, and once again, cheers to everybody joining us, and also to Paul Blunt, Caper Bro. And I often say, if you guys don't know, the Capers have the best women's basketball team ever, alright? And a really good coach to add to that, at least during my years when I was there, a good 11, 12 years ago. But yeah, amazing coach, amazing team, and I think they kept that tradition alive in terms of being amazing in basketball. So go Capers. And I got some little bit of coffee on my gear here. 1 second. I mean, it's a bit water resistant. Alright, and let's go banner time. And hey, as we're about to celebrate, Madano, cheers. And cheers to Madano for also reaching our super chat goals. Bro, props. Thank you so much, Madano. Kakumana Cup. Hope you're enjoying the walk, enjoying your evening, and as well, of course, enjoying the lovely cup of coffee at Honda Cup House. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, and as well as getting our super chat goals completed. We'll pull a banner here for Paul, and then we'll switch things up, find you another backdrop, and we'll get another banner going for the super chat goal, and as well the wonderful support. Thank you so much, Madano, once again, and always great to have you here with us, man. Enjoy your night, and I'm gonna enjoy pulling those banners right now. And I still have a little bit of coffee left, so just in time. Cheers, Madano. Thank you. You know what? I'll be grabbing some refreshments on the way home. She's actually off coffee now as well, so I might have to get her a nice cocoa or something. And good to have you join us, Boom. I know you like banner time as well, and perhaps as much as me and Flick Hunter. But this one is going to be for Paul, and then we'll pull a nice one for Modano as well. There's plenty of good sites here, and I'm sure we'll find a nice one for Modano right after. So enough blabbing from me. Please do enjoy the ambience here. And thank you, Paul Blunt, for your lovely support, especially during coffee time. So we're at Honda Cup House, so here's a cheers to you with this wonderful banner. And thank you so much, Flick. I always say the same thing, but your enthusiasm in the banners just makes me more inspired to continue doing them. So glad you're enjoying this as well, and hopefully everybody else is. But enough of me, let's get the fireworks going first. Cheers to you, Paul. And we have some more fireworks going on a little bit later, so plenty of walking to go. No worries if you're just joining us now. And much love to you, Caper Bro. Thank you once again. And I'm waiting for that thank you. And that was delayed a bit, so why not another one? Cheers to you, Paul. And hope you're enjoying the vibes here. And I'll be sure to, of course, update that thumbnail for you. And hope you can enjoy that later on as I get that up on the community post. Here's some more fireworks. And once again, thank you so much, Paul. It looks like we're gonna have two more banners going on. I'm gonna get one up for Modano a little bit later, and then Peter Ratfield. Cheers, Peter. And Peter has another song for me, so let me screenshot that. And much appreciated. Hey, Peter, you know one tune is not enough for me probably for the whole night. And here's Peter spotting me another song. As Peter Bradfield says, another great summer in 1983 tune from Canada that I want you to watch video on YouTube. Okay, I'll check out the video. Oh, I usually listen to my music on YouTube anyways. And then Peter continues on YouTube and dance to it on a stream. The safety dance, men without hats. I'm not sure about dancing, but perhaps I can do some singing in celebrations. But let me give you a celebration and a shout out first, Peter. Peter Bradfield for the $4.99 super chat, and I'll be listening to that too. And I'm not sure how much viewers and subscribers I'll lose once I start dancing, but we've been doing some singing overall since the channel began, so perhaps I can maybe sing that song a little bit for you on the next bike ride or next walk. But thank you so much for the song suggestion, and I'll be listening to that and the one you suggested earlier tonight. Kokumanakap, Peter Bradfield. And Boom is like shower time for me, so yeah, hopefully Muzzy can join us, and do come back and join us after shower time, Boom. Because we'll be continuing the walk. So my cup of coffee is done. I don't want to bug Honda Cup House any longer. They've been such good hosts and patient with me. So a big thank you to Honda Cup House. And we're gonna make our way outside. And I have saved the screenshot, Peter, for your song. I'm not sure about the safety dance, but perhaps I can sing that tune a little bit. But 1 second, let me get my gear ready, and then we'll get the walk going again. And we got a couple more banners to go. One for Medano for hitting our super chat goals, and then one more for Peter. And I want to pull that banner and give Peter some well wishes and good health. So let's make our way out. And not to bother anybody, just another quick glimpse at Honda Cup House. Thank you, Kakunka. And once again, thank you, Honda Cup House, for being an amazing host, as always. Well, I think the coffee definitely worked. And we can check out this lovely lotus here. And sometimes all you need is one. And that is beautiful on its own, the solo lotus. They're providing beautiful vibes. Okay, let's continue the walking. And I think I'm gonna circle this way and then make my way across back. That little secret shortcut that should be opened into Talang Road. That might be fun. And take another loop around Phuket Old Town, but not before we check out some of these bikes here first. And some of the assorted colors the Honda Monkey offers. And you guys know mine is in classic black. I tend to like the more traditional classic designs, but feel free to customize your monkey if you get one. That's what they're for. So let me go across the street, and I think the Honda Cup House is a great place to hold a nice banner. And let's make an adventure crossing the road first. And hello Lee, good to have you join us. I was just saying hello to you in case you couldn't make it on the live stream on the replay, but good that you are here with us and you can join us. Unfortunately, we just had hammer time, but you're just in time for banner time. And if you love it as much as me and Flick Hunter does, then I'm sure you'll enjoy this amazing banner that we're going to pull from Medano for hitting our super chat goals. But do feel free to perhaps join us for a cup of coffee at Honda Cup House on the replay. We just missed you, but do enjoy hammer time. We have plenty of walking to do. I'm going to circle about Phuket Old Town some more, as we did start the walk a little bit early and we have some time for that. But all in all, let's pull a nice beautiful banner from Medano first. And let me get this banner up. Thank you, bro. On a beautiful day here in Phuket Old Town. And beautiful, I say, plenty of Old Town vibes. A little bit of cloud to shade me from the sun, but no rain to get me all wet. And we got some lovely music in the backdrop as well. So thank you so much, Medano. And Dirtweed says, yeah, I like that for my pond as well. That would look nice to add to your gardening display. I would like that for my garden as well, but they're probably easier to upkeep in my part of town compared to North America, but hey, you never know. And those lotus plants do look very beautiful. But in celebration to hitting our super chat goals, thank you so much. Definitely a victory. Thank you, Medano, for being awesome as well. Like I mentioned, I hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good night, as I know you usually do a lot of working and of course good work for all over the community, including Phuket Walk Us. Once again, thank you for all that you do. But aside from mod work, I hope you enjoy the streams and I hope you enjoy the journeys, especially today. Thank you so much, Manano, for your wonderful support. And here's some fireworks for you. For, of course, hitting our super chat goals. And for me, that's a wah wee wah moment. So cheers, Manano. And of course, holy guacamole. As you guys know, and I do mention, these super chat goals are very important to me and Sign. I get to get Sign some nice dinner and a good cold drink, and as well upgrade some of her gears going forward on her live stream, and as well perhaps get myself a bike mount. So thank you, Medano, and all the support that's come in today. I'll be sure to put it in good use. So cheers, Medano, for the amazing support once again. But do stay in the lookout, and I look forward to designing that thumbnail tonight for everyone. So another big thank you. Cheers to you. And I think the doggy joined us for the celebration as well. As Flick Hunter says, look at the doggy. And aside from the thumbnails and the banner celebration, I did mention a few times, but I do want to get them right, and they've been giving me a little bit of trouble to work with the app. But in terms of what I'm talking about is the extra celebration that I want to do in terms of just the usual graphics. And please be patient as I look forward to upgrade some of the banner celebrations, include Sign in some of them as well, or whatever I can think of. So hopefully I could be more creative. So going forward we have better celebrations. And thumbnail I'll continue to do for however long I can keep up. I do enjoy making them for everyone. And you guys know sometimes I do get carried away and take a few hours instead of a few minutes to make them. So I do hope it brings some joy or some positiveness. So once again, thank you, Medano, for your wonderful support. And Vivian said, yeah, the sky is starting to look like it might give us some rain, but no worries. We have plenty of good walking so far. And if it does start to rain, I'll maybe hop into one of these local shops who's readily available for us. And perhaps get some relief from the rain. And if not, I have an umbrella still. But before the rain starts pouring on us, let's enjoy the drier vibes and the nice weather some more. And hope everybody's having a good one. We're an hour and a half now into the stream. We still have plenty of time in terms of walking and enjoying the local vibes. And I do intend to walk through Talang and probably loop up Hanga Street once again, so everybody get to see the main attractions of Phuket Hotel. I know some of you joined us a little bit later. And of course the vibes now are a bit different from the early hours when we first started, around 9 o'clock. And Baby Love says, those clouds look vicious. Yeah. And I often say the good part about it is how vicious they look. So, well, I'm not sure during the stormy seasons, but before the main storm arrives, you can look for that scary cloud in the sky and walk the other way in hopes of escaping the rain a little bit. It has worked for us for most parts on our journey anyways. We're able to find a drier part of town and enjoy the walks. But not sure about today, as it seems to be heading our way. The wind's picked up a little bit, but no worries. Like I promised, let's enjoy Old Town some more. As Lee's probably thinking, hey, I just woke up. I still need my hammer time. And please do feel free to get yourself a nice drink, Lee. Enjoy that hammer time. I myself wish you could join us a bit earlier, but hey, sometimes that's timing, yeah. But no worries, I'm sure next time around we'll go grab a cup together, Lee, and have that nice cup of coffee and hammer time like we usually do. And I guess before we get rained on, I'm gonna turn into this street here, which we made a small detour, but on the other side at the beginning of the walk, and then we'll get Peter Bradfield a nice banner up as well. Sorry, let's check out the temple also. I think I have to talk or else the background music is going to give me copyright. I kind of lapsed for a few seconds there. Maybe they might have picked it up already. Hopefully not. I like to keep the chats if possible. The next time when I hear that popular music playing, I gotta start singing myself or talk a little more. Oh yeah, the winds are definitely picking up, telling me that the rain is coming. So one moment, let me hold a nice banner for Peter first. And here we are, here's the banner. And the celebration, more so than just, of course, the super chat, and not just meaning it's little, but more importantly so, wishing Peter good health. And I think this banner is more important for that. And I hope everybody can join in a little bit in doing so, as Peter has made some good progress in his fitness and health improvement. So I definitely wish you can continue to do that, Peter. And best of luck in terms of your fitness and getting your health back to a satisfying state that you would like it to. But all in all, I hope it continues going positive and continue to be all good vibes and good health to you, Peter Bradfield. And I'm just gonna get us some fireworks in celebration of your health goals and achievements. And thank you so much. Much love to you, Peter, for joining us in your later hours. I'm sorry, I could go here a little bit. And I'm kind of in the ladies' ways of taking pictures, so I'll walk forward a little bit to get out of their way. Once again, thank you so much for being awesome, Peter. And it's definitely awesome that you're healthy and your fitness will continue to improve. And best wishes to you. And do look out for the thumbnail, and I'll be including something there to continue to wish you more good health and good vibes. And the rain, I felt the drop of it, so let's get walking. But once again, thank you, Peter, for the amazing support. But more importantly so, good health to you and best wishes, and continue to improve on your fitness journey. And as Peter says, Alex and everyone, I'm about to go to bed. And good time, I think, before it starts to rain. I can really feel the wind now as the raindrop starts to hit me a little bit. But I got another great summer song, which I probably need now after the walk. It's gonna rain, and what a good title as rain. It's called Soak It Up. Or Soak Up the Sun. Sorry about that. It looks like I'm gonna soak up the rain a little bit now. That's alright. Hello, and I'm gonna get my umbrella out. But I think the rain has definitely soaked up the sun. And I'll check out the song tonight as well, Peter. Thank you for the 3 songs you provided for me today, and you have a great night. And I guess due to the rain, I will get my umbrella out, but this will be kind of a victory walk then. But we still have a lot of walking going and left. So one moment as I just need to make an attempt to get my umbrella. But once again, I hope you have a great night, Peter, and perhaps you can watch this on the replay once again in the morning. Thank you for your support and good health to you. Okay, let me get the much needed umbrella out. I'm gonna set you guys down first, so it might be feeling like I fell on the floor, but I'm good. Hey Aubrey, good to have you join us. I was just saying hello to you on the replay since I started the walk quite early. It looks like we have some walking left still, and it's great that you can join us. And Slick Hunter has given me a great new term to use for those angles instead of just me falling on the street angle. I think it sounds a lot better, stray cat angle. But the rain has stopped since I got the umbrella out. That's just my luck, isn't it? But you know what? Let's walk down this way. We'll make a loop at the main parts of town. And if I need the umbrella, I have it right here with me. Okay, let's get the journey started. Once again, good to have you here, Aubrey. Hope you and Cape Town, South Africa, is having better weather than usual in terms of the cold, and it's warming up. It's not too bad here, I guess, in terms of weather. Look, we just had a bit of passing rain despite it looking like it might storm. It just kind of startled me a little bit, and that's just it. No rain still. I don't want to jinx it, but let's keep walking and enjoy the vibes here. Most of the stores are open now. And it is 10:30. So Phuket Old Town is at your service in terms of the majority of the shops now being available. And Madano, I was going to ask you if you have a chance to answer. Sorry for disturbing your peace. But also, are you more into the Shaw Brothers in terms of the Kung Fu movies or the Golden Harvest? The Shaw Brothers are a little bit more old school, I guess. And of course, the Golden Harvest is what I would say brought martial arts and Kung Fu movie to the next level. But I think both companies produce some amazing movies over the years. But I would just like to stick more to theme and what you're into, Madano. So let me know, because I'm a big Kung Fu movie fan myself. So I'm going to talk my way through it and not let it be popular in terms of copyright. I don't know what I said. But I hope it worked in terms of not getting copyrighted. And he's got the umbrella ready. I do too. But the weather is just joking around with us. And if it doesn't storm too hard, I can keep walking some more. But if it does storm, I just need to make sure that I'm good for my ride back. So it'll take a lot longer in terms of I have to suit up and stuff and get my raincoat on. And that's the way to do it here during the rainy season. Make sure you bring a raincoat. But if you don't have a rain jacket, feel free to go to 7-Eleven. They have a lot of those available. And just pick up a rain jacket and you can continue riding. Don't brave the rain, it gets slippery. And then what's the worst about riding in the rain is the rain gets in your eyeball while you're going forward, and it's either you endure it and have very red eyes, or it gets very distracting and makes riding a little bit unsafe. So do get that rain jacket, put that helmet on, shield the eyes a little bit, extra layer of protection. Not to mention it's really cold while riding in the rain here, especially when the speed picks up and the wind hits you. But yeah, a lot of locals here, when it rains, they surely have something for their eyes to deal with the rain, blurring vision, and also a rain jacket would help a lot. Instead of going up Hanga, I'm going to loop further to the end of the street towards the fountain. We'll get to see something new, some new vibes, since the rain has disappeared magically. And Pine Saw says, still here and kicking. Hey Jeff, good to see ya. My man Jeff is in the house, so do feel free, and even if you're not free, go over to Travel Fun 69, as Jeff has some amazing content, 4K videos, live stream, man, his many adventures all over the world. So do go over and check out Jeff at Travel Fun 69. And you know what, Jeff? Hey, really good to see you, man. I know you're a busy man, so thank you so much for taking your time to join the stream today. And a big Kakumana Cup and Sawadee Cup to you, Jeff, as I know you visit Phuket before and you often visit Thailand as well, and you have some connections to here. So hopefully he'll bring you some good memories here as we walk down Phuket Old Town some more. So thank you for joining us, Jeff. You have a good one. And hope you're gonna have a good one here. Just chilling and relaxing to some old town vibes. And like I said, it doesn't look like I'm gonna get poured on. Not immediately anyway, so let's make another detour and prolong the walk a little more. And then we'll take a victory lap, I guess. But until then, let's check out the corner here. And I like to walk to the small temple that's by the flea market and get more prayers of good health for everybody. It seems like the month of June, July, and August, there's plenty of injuries and illness that's occurred around the world, including myself with a few health scares. So let's get some blessings. And Jeff says, can't wait to get back there. Yeah, I'm sure Thailand and Phuket misses you as well. And your audience is probably dying to see a live stream from you down by this part of the world. So an early welcome, whenever that is, but Phuket always welcomes you, Jeff. And that's Travel Fun 69. And thank you for the words of encouragement. It means a lot, man, coming from you. I know you're very hardworking and amazing at all that you do, Jeff, so I appreciate, and I will definitely use those words as inspiration and motivation, as Jeff often did as well when my channel first started. He came in to inspire me to keep going despite peer buffering from my live streams. Jeff, alongside some good people, Canadian Vasily, Boom Productions, Madano, all endure some of the early growing pains of the channel. Also Juanita as well during that time are my early mods. And sorry if I missed any of the chat. I don't have my other phone out right now, just holding on to the umbrella kind of on the other hand. these are the classical shops you can see. And this will be some grocery shops. You can buy your rice, herbs, some soy sauces from here. That looks very traditional. And right next door, something that looks similar but very different in terms of it's turned itself into a more modern cafe. And I guess many of the shops here do that. They used to be perhaps another type of business, and nowadays more catered to tourists. That's pretty cool to look at. Maybe we can come by this part next time and grab a cup of coffee here. I like the vibes here. So hey, maybe we have a new spot next time to check out. So plenty of action now, and it's very lively, and especially I think for a hump day. It's currently 10:40 now on a Wednesday, and you guys can see just a little bit of rain, just kind of maybe just scaring us a bit. It hasn't really rained at all, and I know I'm jinxing it every time I say those things. Let me head straight to the temple. As you can see, there's a local lady praying already, and I know these few spots I visited are good for praying for good health. In terms of, a lot of people thinks it works. I believe so myself. But whether you're into blessings or praying, I hope to send some positive vibes your way to those who need it, especially. And I usually here just pray for a few things. One is good health, the other is happiness. And let me do that right now. And I ended the prayer with peace. As I often say, peace is harder to find nowadays. So once again, good health to my viewers, particularly to Peter Raphael and also Marge. You can expect amazing pricing here. And you can check out the flowers yourself in terms of quality. It looks pretty beautiful to me. And I remember Cynthia Sunflowers was here earlier, so here's some mini sunflowers. And that's the Cynthia. And we were able to hold quite a bit of banners today, so thank you for those who enjoy it, and of course those who find it a little bit in the way. I hope you enjoy the ambience and the backdrop during those banners. But all in all, I like it myself, and if you don't want to have a banner pole, or perhaps want to stay more anonymous, that's no worries as well. Just let me know, and then I'll be sure to just give you a nice shout out. And no thumbnails, but for those of you who don't mind, I'll have a thumbnail and banner ready for you. the name of celebration and appreciation. Just checking the chat in case I missed anything. And Lee has the specials member sticker, the chicken banana and the Phuket Walk coffee. And I'm guessing, Lee, you're having hammer time, so please do enjoy that cup of coffee. And today we don't have sign here for the chicken banana dance, but I'll be sure to set that up soon enough. I was talking about it. And I'll be sure to notify you, especially when we can get that chicken banana dance going. Hey, City Emerald, good to see you. Great that you can join us. We had an earlier start today, so perhaps it's a little bit different from my late night entertainment, as Boom's already said be right back, and hopefully he can rejoin us with Muzzy. Boom is probably doing one of those lurking while working and don't tell the boss. But good to have you here, City. And I was just telling everybody about the thumbnails and the community posts. Hopefully you enjoy yours as well. And hopefully my memory serves me right this time around. A big hello to Oregon as well. And that's where City Emerald is from. And if you need to get some assorted local service, including getting your keys copied or some shoe repair, there's plenty of services that's been here since the good old days and it's still doing the same thing now. So just a small detour to check out this corner here, and then I'm gonna make a quick loop this way. And hello Karina, good to have you join us. We're in Phuket Old Town. It's about 10 minutes to 11 a.m. locally. And we had an early start. Some good walks already. Checking out Phuket Old Town. A nice cup of coffee at Honda Cup House. We're currently doing a slight victory lap, I would say, but plenty of walking left. So hope you're having a great night. And good to have you here, Karina Thompson. And that's what the ambulance sounds like. I'm glad you like the ambulance sound, Lee. As you guys know, I try not to put things on mute and just have that natural ambience. And for those of you who find it a little bit annoying, yeah, it can't be as bad as my voice. So thanks for your patience and dealing with both the ambulance and I guess some of the noise that I produce myself. And Aubrey says, Alex, I was a paramedic for 32 years. Oh, cheers to you. I was just talking about that on the last stream. One of my ex-girlfriends was a registered nurse. And I definitely know the type of work that's involved. Very not easy, the best way to put it, and meaningful. And cheers to all the medical professionals for doing that great job. As you guys know, in that kind of line of work, every day you're kind of dealing with decisions that one way or another affect life, whether mentally or physically. And sometimes it's life and death situations. So cheers to all the paramedics, nurses, and medical professionals for doing all that you do. And a little glimpse of Pa Nga, and then we'll, I guess, officially start once we get to the clock tower again, our victory lap. The Pa Nga has picked up now, plenty of people. The first time we came here, it felt like we were quite VIP in terms of owning the street. But it's not crowded, just lively. I guess that's what you want.
I'll get that one. And one.
And Karina says, Vivian, I'm here till I get sleepy. No worries. Part of the service at Phuket Walk is to help people relax, yeah? And falling asleep is, I think, attached to relaxing. So if you do fall asleep or want to lurk, feel free to do so. I'm happy we're able to help a little bit in terms of getting you a good night's sleep. And hopefully that brings a better day tomorrow, yeah? And Vivian says, it's 11:50 here and my carriage is turning into a pumpkin again. And I must go to sleep very soon. So I shall say goodnight to everyone. See you all next time. Remember, thumbs up for Alex. Thank you so much. And hope that pumpkin turns back into a carriage tomorrow, yeah? But all in all, thanks for braving the night, Vivian. We are having the victory lap now, as I mentioned, so you haven't missed a whole lot. In fact, you've probably caught the best of the walk from beginning till now. But all in all, hope you have a great night and you can enjoy the rest of the walk on the replay tomorrow morning. And do listen to Vivian and hey, hit that thumbs up. And also, if you don't mind, press that subscribe button as well. I like my content here and I think we're not doing a bad job, so feel free to subscribe and support us that way. Here. Tradition. And let me cross the street and get us a better view. And like I mentioned just a bit before, we're gonna start our victory lap now. Let me get across here first. But thank you everyone for joining us this far. Whether you joined us midway or since the beginning, I appreciate all of you being here. And of course, thank you to the wonderful support. Let me get a better angle for everybody to enjoy this nice scenic view here of Muay Thai Teddy and Phuket Old Town vibes. And Lee says, I thought for a moment there that was Godzilla. Well, that's Teddyzilla, if anything. And Teddyzilla that knows Muay Thai might be a bit more scary. Hey, that's a better word. Bearzilla. And thank you, City Emerald, for a lot better and fitting name than what I said anyways. And Lee says, yeah, that would make a good thumbnail as well. Yeah, I often use the clock tower as a thumbnail. It's beautiful. And feel free to probably maybe screenshot or save as thumbnail on the video. And perhaps you can check that view out on your desktop. We are streaming at 1080 and also 60 as well. Sorry, just a little bit distracted looking at my network here. Some morning snacks and local snacks in terms of delights, cookies, just something for your journey in the mornings. And that's what I mean by biscuit. That's what I like to eat in the morning. Just a quick kind of snack type of on-the-go food. If you guys want to sit down, there's plenty of restaurants available, including this one that opens quite early. And me and Sign had some noodles here last time around. It was delicious. I think the wind is picking up again, but who knows if it will actually rain. And that's the good thing about staying in near Phuket Old Town. If it does start pouring down, what's the big deal? You have plenty of restaurants to go in to get some food, and the rain will pass you by by the time you're done, to continue your enjoyment and travels throughout the island. If you're not hungry, do as I did. Go to Cup House, buy a bike, drink some coffee. Hey, Karina agrees. That spot was a good thumbnail spot. I'm already thinking about how to design some of those thumbnails. I will always have a good time, despite sometimes it does take a little longer than I anticipated. But like I said, if time allows, I'll continue that tradition. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I often redesign the thumbnails after the walks to reflect some of the adventures we had together. And of course, in appreciation, give thanks to those of you that supported me during that journey. And for better viewing pleasure, I would include that thumbnail in the community post for everyone to see. And I mentioned a few times, and I think it's important to be inclusive. If you want to be anonymous and not be included in the thumbnail as well as perhaps the banners, just let me know. And let's change our victory lap a bit as we usually go by the dragon. Let's walk down this path. I hope you're enjoying the victory lap. And you guys can probably see why some people might look at me. And this is what I was talking about. I do have this fan set up when I need it, and it's a cold plate as well. So I have that at my disposal in case things overheat too much. And that's why the DJI Mic 2 is necessary. As you can imagine, there's some fan noise on the phone while the fan is on. So the mic will help me resolve that issue. And I know everybody's looking towards the caravan. I mean, sorry, not caravan. What am I talking about? Looking towards the, as a lot of streams of Caravana was also in the community. But what I was trying to say is, as everybody anticipates CNE opening coming up, there's plenty of other walks that's available until that happens on Friday, including Johnny Stride's 4K video. And he did a nice one around the Spadina area, also known as Chinatown in Toronto. And he brought us to the Chinatown Food Festival, I believe, unless they have another official name, but we'll leave it at that for the unofficial term. But do feel free to check out Johnny Strides and join that journey and him on his search for some delight, at least for the eyes, in the 4K walk he did at Spadina in Toronto. And also, before the arrival of the Canadian National Exhibition opening, feel free to also check out some of the actions that's already occurred, including a backyard live stream on Tara's channel, T-Shots. So please do go over to Tara's channel and check out some of that good content there. And of course, it was really fun and a change of pace in terms of the usual walks that Tara does around Toronto. Sorry, I was just pulling a link, so therefore I bit on my tongue. Not very good at multitasking, am I? But anyways, before I go off topic, go over to Tara's channel as I just pulled it on the chats. Check out that backyard live stream, have some wholesome time, and check out what's happening and the good times and conversations that occurred in the chat. And join Tara T-Shots live in her backyard. I'm sure Tara will be out and about walking soon enough on her adventures. But until then, feel free to check out that content and just relax to the vibes. And this week also, I think one more link I really want to pull is Canadian Vasily's channel, which is Destination Travels. He did a very meaningful bike ride despite some equipment issues. That's quite alright. I think it's the cause and the thought that matters most. And he brought us a wonderful evening Toronto ride all over the city for an important cause, like I said, the fight against cancer. So that cause alone is worthy of a checkout. So go over to Canadian Vasily's channel, Destination Travels. And thank you, Medano, for pulling that link. Definitely appreciate you. And like I mentioned, doing all the hard work for me as well. Thank you. So do go to the channel that Medano just provided on the chats and check out Destination Travel, a great cause. Fight against cancer. Worthy of a watch, and definitely subscribe and like the content as well while you're there. Alright, ladies and gents, I'm going to be crossing the road here, and we're slightly nearing the end of our victory lap, which means I'll probably wrap up the stream in a little bit. But hey, thank you everyone for joining me today. I think we had a wonderful walk so far and experience. Just a bit of rain on the ride-in, and unfortunately I didn't do a live stream ride-in, but like I said, I'll do what I can because I have my action camera, which can be mounted on the bike and not the body mount that I've been having issues with. So hopefully I'll get a 4K riding video for us and those of you that like it, including Intruder Alert Captain. So hello Don to you on the replay, and hopefully we'll be singing some Born to Be Wild on the motorbike on the ride back. And for those of you that mentioned you enjoy some of the designs and historic vibes, and of course the cultural architecture that Phuket Old Town has to offer, a lot of these houses can reflect that vibe. Despite being slightly off the main attraction of town, which is Talang and around Panga, this area is very lovely and beautiful to check out. And City Emerald says sweet spot. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we had a wonderful walk around Phuket Old Town in the early hours, as I started a bit earlier for those viewers that enjoy that timeline. But no worries, I'll be shifting to a later start as well to accommodate for everybody. But after roaming around Phuket Old Town for a little bit, and thanks to the wonderful support, we managed to grab ourselves a cup of coffee, and cheers to Vivian for supporting me and buying me a coffee. And then we had some lovely vibes checking out the motorcycles there. And cheers to Medano, of course, reaching our super chat goals. And Paul Blunt joining us as well for that cup of coffee and continuing our positive vibes. Hopefully I gave him some good vibes as well. And then of course good health to Peter Bradfield. And cheers to Peter for the 3 song suggestions. I'll be enjoying those tonight. Alright, I'm gonna walk to the end of the street so we can get a lovely view of what I was talking about, or this street in full glory. And if you do come to Phuket Island, feel free to check it out here. And so kind of you, Lee. He says, ain't no place like Old Town, not even Cape Town. Well, I'm sure Cape Town has its own unique vibes and a lot of lovely things to offer. But I'm glad you're loving Phuket Old Town. And we'll walk a little bit more, like I said. And this is nearing the end of our journey. So thank you everyone for coming along. It's great to have you join me, of course, because it's pretty boring just talking to myself. Whether you're just lurking or joining in the chats and the conversation, you have provided me much needed company on a hump day. And I think my day is going to go good going forward. Such a positive start. And thank you once again to all the support you guys have provided. And let me give an important shout out to that support first, before we wrap things up. Alright, thank you everybody. I had a great time just roaming around Phuket Old Town and enjoying some of that early morning vibes, and that lovely cup of coffee kept me going some more before we made another loop around town to enjoy a different type of ambience when the streets were filled with more lively people. But all in all, I had a great time today, so thank you so much to Vivian Johnson. Sorry for not having a pop-up on the banner. I'll be sure to check that out and fix that, but thank you so much for that cup of coffee. I definitely needed it and enjoyed it quite a lot. And cheers to Paul Blunt as well, joining in at the cafe, and also Medano for hitting our super chat goals. I hope you guys had a wonderful time, a good time, and something to take positively towards your night or day from this walk. And also Peter Bradfield, cheers to the wonderful tunes. I will be listening to them tonight. I do have some editing to do as well, so that's quite a treat. And once again, good health to you, and also good health to Marge as well. And I'll be showing my big head in a bit, so don't be too surprised. Alright everybody, Kumanaka for coming along and, like I said, giving me such a wonderful start to my hump day. I think I already got over it. You know, I'm just going to look forward to Thursday, won't I? But that cup of coffee really was magical for me, so thank you everybody for joining along. It's my first cup after a day of cold turkey. But anyways, enough of me. I'm just going to wish everybody a good night and a good day, because you guys definitely deserve it for dealing with me for this long. But anyways, I'm your Phuket Walker, Alex. Sawadee Kap, Sawadee Ka, Sawadee Ja, and I shall catch you later. Thank you everyone for enjoying the stream and being here with me. Please do stay for the outro music, as it gives a very important shout out to my lovely and important members. So please enjoy the outro. Until we meet again everybody, do take care, and we're off.